And here's the latest coming in on the impeachment inquiry against US President Donald Trump, which is now headed towards a crucial juncture. According to Washington Post, President Donald Trump has discussed having Attorney General Bill Barr hold a news conference. Trump asked Bill Barr to declare that he did not break any law in his phone call with the Ukrainian president. Trump had raised the idea in conversations surrounding the ongoing impeachment inquiry over recent weeks. According to Trump, the idea of a new conference could help project the message that he had not done anything wrong. In recent tweets, the US president has disputed reporting from the Washington Post that he had asked Barr to publicly defend him. However, the Post story does not say that he asked Barr directly. While Barr may not have held a press conference, the US Justice Department publicly announced that criminal division prosecutors had found no wrongdoing by the president. Today, an aide to Vice President Mike Pence has testified before the House committee. Jennifer Williams is a career Foreign Service officer and special advisor to Mike Pence for Europe and Russia. She was on the July 25th call between Trump and Zelensky. Meanwhile, Trump's former national security advisor John Bolton is scheduled to testify as well, but chances are that he'll show up slim. Public hearings have been scheduled over the next week, and Washington is bracing itself for a political storm. The Intelligence Committee of the lower chamber of legislature will hold open hearings of 3 senior diplomats who have revealed damning details about Trump's phone call. William Taylor, the top U.S. diplomat in Ukraine, Deputy Assistant Secretary of State George Kent, and former U.S. Ambassador to Ukraine Mary Yovanovitch will feature in what is likely to be a high-octane public deposition. Adam Schiff, the chairman of the Legislative Intelligence Committee, has said that there will be more public hearings in the future. Schiff has released the transcript of William Taylor's closed-door deposition, which has been called the most damaging to the Trump administration. We're also going to show you a key excerpt from the transcript, which clearly reveals Trump's quid pro quo. Take a look at Taylor's reply when he's asked whether Trump leveraged military aid for opening an investigation against Joe Biden and his son Hunter. Taylor replies, and I quote, "That was my clear understanding. Security assistance money would not come until the president of Ukraine committed to pursue the investigation." When asked again, Taylor reaffirms that there was indeed a quid pro quo coming from U.S. top diplomat in Ukraine. This is incriminating evidence against the U.S. president. Even if the legislature finds Trump guilty and votes to impeach him, the process is only half done. The biggest obstacle facing the Democrats is the Republican-controlled upper chamber of legislature. Over the last few weeks, Republicans have lined up behind their president, and Majority Leader Mitch McConnell made it clear that his legislators would not impeach Trump. But the president himself did not seem concerned about the implications of the public hearing. He still maintains that there was no quid pro quo in his phone call with the Ukrainian president. Trump, in fact, trained his guns on former Vice President Joe Biden.
Biden, who's dumb as a rock, said, "You fire the guy, you get $1 billion. You don't fire the guy, you get nothing." And it's on tape, and the press refuses to print it. You talk quid pro quo.
But trouble continues to mount for the U.S. President Donald Trump. A New York judge has now ordered Trump to pay $2 million for misusing funds from his charity to finance his 2016 political campaign. The judge directed the payment to 8 non-profit organizations. In a statement, he has said that, and I quote, "Trump breached his judiciary duty by allowing funds raised for U.S. veterans to be used for the Iowa primary election in 2016, quote ends. She also stressed that the money must be paid by Trump himself. The directors of the foundation, Donald Trump Jr., Eric Trump and Ivanka Trump, will also undergo mandatory training on the duties of officers and directors of charities. As always, Donald Trump took to Twitter to defend the charity. He said that the foundation was an incredibly effective philanthropy that had made some small technical violations. Trump was forced to shut down his charity, the Donald J. Trump Foundation, last year. This after prosecutors accused the organization of working as little more than a checkbook for Trump's interests. The payment is the final resolution of a case brought by state prosecutors. Last month, Trump's lawyers and the Attorney General's office reached agreements to dissolve the foundation and distribute about $1.7 million in remaining funds to other non-profits. As part of those agreements made public on Thursday, Trump admitted personally misusing foundation funds. He and the Attorney General's office further agreed to leave it up to the judge to decide what penalty he should be paying. The civil lawsuit was filed by State Attorney General Letitia James in June last year. She accused the Trump Foundation of persistently illegal conduct that included improper coordination between the charity and his campaign team during his 2016 White House bid.